Okay, back for round 2 on the draw with a decent hand. It's kinda slow, but this is not really a set where you need to play a 2-drop anyway. And I guess Narcolepsy makes it even less annoying. Green is one of the best color in this set. Red is also solid. The gen colors are really solid. Some of the best decks you can play in this set are either green-red ramp or green-black ramp. I'm not sure how well my deck is going to do against such decks. I do have some answers to Eldrazi. Who knows, who knows. Okay, as I drew my second Heart Beast, okay. That's completely fine as long as I don't draw a bunch of Narcolepsies and I guess I have 4 auras in my deck with this setup, so I have 3 left in my deck. So hopefully I don't draw 2 before I cast my hard guides, but yeah. I'm blocking, dude, I mean... Oh, never mind, I cannot block, I forgot about that ability. So, Invoker was most likely the play. Yeah, I completely forgot about the first ability. Tuk the Explorer. Okay. Well, I could Aena Umbra my Guard Gomazoa. I drew an aura, by the way. Hopefully I don't draw another Y. Can I don't know, put it on the Invoker and protect it, though. That seems... Invoker is a very good card. It's very weak to most red cards, red burn spell. And protecting that seems like a good option. It's a card that will win you the game if it survives. It's very frail, though. But making that less frail seems like a good option. At some point I might have to Narcolepsy that Gnarlid. Not that if I steal that with the domestication, it's not gonna be great. Snake Umbra. Okay, that's really, really getting out of control. So basically that draws my opponent card. And I do have to... I think I'll have to Narcolepsy next turn. Like, I can't really lose 5 more life and give them 1 more card right now. I want to cast those as soon as possible because, because of how they work and the fact that I don't want to draw any of the 2 auras left in my deck. I guess, yeah, any of the 2 auras left in my deck, but here I cannot really afford to not Narcolepsy. Okay, well, Snake Umbra Aura Gnarlid is a good combo. I'll give you that. Let's see if the opponent is playing a third color or not. I could see them playing black. No, it's just a red-green mid-range, maybe control deck of some sort. Fine. I'm slowly going up to maybe my my 8th land. So let's get... Since I have the other Heart Beast, I wonder if I should not get the Narcolepsy and not let them know about the domestication. I think I'm gonna drop another... fetch another Narcolepsy. Either way, if I draw a land next turn, I can steal Narcolepsy and play the Heart Beast. It's also better because next turn I might want to play Narcolepsy and Vindicator. So yeah, it seems slightly better in general, I would say. My opponent is missing land drop, but they do have 5 mana now. They might play the 3/3 that gives you 2 spawns. Okay, let me reread that, dude. Oh. The sideboard options are already there. Alright, I see you. I guess I'm gonna block that and then enchant the golem. Like, taking 1 each turn doesn't seem like a great option, and I do have the removal that I need, so yeah. And the removal goes pretty well with my autoplay of the turn, so all in all, this seems like a fine move. The issue right now is that if my opponent somehow has I cannot attack with that, by the way, because as I mentioned, you have to wait one turn. What was I saying? Yeah, if my opponent like plays a big Eldrazi now, I don't really have any answer left in my deck, except for drawing another land for my some other land from my Invoker. But otherwise, I'm kind of screwed. I do have quite a bunch of pressure with that though, and it's protected with the Umbra, so I might just kill them with the Invoker in the future. Well, this does clearly stop the beatdown. Although I guess I can attack with everything now, which is ooh, sign me in, baby. Sign me in. Sign me in. That's literally the best card of my deck at that time. Like there was strictly no other cards as good as that. That's an insane top deck. So now I have Anthem. Every damage is reduced by 2. Is just like combat is gonna be awful for the opponent. Oh god, that draw was... Whew. And it's, you know, it's also a 3/3 for 3, which is clearly relevant on this board. Yeah, yeah, that was kinda insane. Alright, alright. Yeah, sometimes teacher does that. It's really good with the pinger I was talking about during the draft, the red pinger, because I think at 3 it starts dealing 2 damage. You can level it up once, ping something, then play the teacher, and then, you know, it's a massacre. So green, basically I had the nut draw here where my opponent missed land drops, so not really a surprise. It went well. Narcolepsy is generally a very good answer to AURAS though, which is decent if my opponent's trying to do that. They might add some green destroy enchantment or artifact things though. And that dude is annoying. That dude is annoying to my deck. Seems like red-green mid-range with... A red-green deck in this set will always most likely play some pretty big creatures like that. I think this is a matchup in which the Shift could be good. Like, my opponent will have no flying creature, most likely. So maybe that's decent. Other than that, yeah, I don't know. I guess Demystify, they are playing some AURAS for their Gnarlead, but in all honesty, Narcolepsy is already such a good answer. The Guard Gameza is pretty weak against the stupid Gnarlead. Shift is quite good against Gnarlead. I wonder if this is even good. Like, I'm often killing my opponents with ground creatures in the end. Yeah, I think I'll leave my deck the way it is until I have more informations. If they are really heavy on AURAS, I can add the Demystify, but they could be playing only, you know, the Snake Aura is already good. It's a very good card on its own, and maybe they are randomly playing a Gnarlead, so who knows? Who knows? So best case scenario, I'd draw Cryptologist here. That would have been perfect, you know. Turn 1 Cryptologist, turn 2 first counter, you loot. Turn 3 Teacher, you start drawing for real. How about that? Ooh, Bramble Snap, that's a good creature. Don't mind having the Guard Gamazoa around. I guess it kind of got blown up by the stupid Goblin last turn. Okay, so make a token, attack for 2. Next turn you can play a 6-drop potentially. This sounds solid, to say the least. I guess by F6ing I kind of tell my opponent I don't have the puncturing light, but I don't think it really matters. I think they are attacking anyway, so there's that. I'm playing that first because this will likely be a 3/3 if not more next turn, and I want to be able to, you know, block. Okay. We'll have to find an answer. We'll have to find an answer. This is not like super threatening, but that's problematic. That's problematic. Because my opponent only has to assign 3 damage here before they can move somewhere else. I guess I have the Hard Beast anyway, so I can steal that at some point. Or tap it forever. So I guess we'll drop that, and maybe we can Aena Umbra that thing. Makes it really tough to attack. Saves me 1 damage each turn from the stupid dude. Aura Finesse is almost interesting. I don't think it will. No, I think I should pick the Patrol. Should be better pretty much all the time. I'm gonna take... Yeah, I'm gonna go under 10 before I can do something about the Bramble Snap, though, which is troublesome. At least my opponent cannot just play their Goblin and kill my thing now. But if they continue to play some Hatchlings and stuff like that, I'm gonna be pretty low before I can... okay... Yeah, that's... Is it lethal? No, I don't think so. It's gonna be a lot of damage, though. That's a very aggressive start. Red Bombardment? Oh god. Okay, that's brutal. Am I dead? No, I'm not really dead, but... Jeez, I did not expect that. So, okay, that's the Eldrazi spawn deck, actually. The red-green Eldrazi spawn deck. Very aggressive. If my opponent attacks, I go super low next turn. Well, either way, I don't think I have another play than Heartbeast, Domestication, pass the turn. I don't think I'm dead next turn. At least not with that board, but I might die afterwards, that's for sure. Good lord. Yeah, that's brutal. That's brutal. Robin Flame is not something you often see main deck, but if you're aggressive enough, that's good. Jeez, those are not cards you often see, but in the right deck, they can do a good amount of work, as you probably saw here. The thing is, if my opponent chooses to attack and burn me for 4 here, this dies, which is probably not really good for them. So this can go up to a 5/5. I could block with everything. That seems actually pretty nice, right? My creatures have high toughness anyway, so I don't really care about a trick. And getting rid of that right now is nice. I think it's a fine move. Like, they can kill my Heartbeast, but that thing is like not even super impressive on that board. Yeah, trading my Heartbeats for the Bramble Snap right now seems good, and I can keep my Domestication in hand. I'm worried about getting burnt out. Yeah, if they play some more Eldrazi, I will eventually lose. That's the problem here, I guess. So now, this is not troublesome. The tokens are more problematic, so I guess the play is probably this Vindicator, pray they don't have match and they cannot burn me. And maybe with Venerated Teacher I can set up some violence next turn. Should I hit for 1? I don't even think so. The possibility to hit a spawn next turn is really nice, potentially, if they won't attack, and I don't think 1 damage is really something that's gonna matter. At least not 1 damage at their head. Okay, well, one more creature like that. Oh, I guess they boost it right away, so now it cannot even burn me. That's gonna be a 6/6 Trampler, though. I don't really care about that too much, I think. Undo. Let's play Teacher once again. And let's start applying pressure with the Patrol. And my opponent is on no cards in hand, right? Yeah. Okay, well, it will depend on what they draw. Like, they need 2 other, smaller creature, and they can just one-shot me with 1 attack. I guess I can steal 1. And so they need a bit more than that, but still. Okay, they have the kill, I guess, if they are making that attack. Probably they draw Forked Bolt. Yeah, well, they got their burn spell, whatever it might be. Unfortunate. I can stabilize, but I took a bit too much damage the turn they played that. What was their burn spell though? Oh, Stagger Shock, okay. Well, that's a very good card. Basically 2 damage for 3 instant speed with rebound. Very, very good card. One of the best cards in the set. At least probably the best common, I think. Unfortunate, because what would have I done? Like, more creature is not really enough because I can start stealing stuff, and so they would need 3 more small creature. Then I would have played that. I could have domesticated that. You know it's not good because I would lose it right away. Could have played Rune Servitor. I could have just pumped that thing twice. Oh, I was drawing Missionary. Yeah, unfortunate. In a few turns I would have had the wins very, very easily, I think. Oh well. Shift is not good against the bombardment, so I guess that's a good reason not to play that. I think they showed 2 auras, so one Demystify is coming in. And the Umbra seemed pretty solid the game I played it, so I want to keep it. What doesn't seem solid? I don't think this is a matchup in which Bar is gonna shine. My opponent might have some fatty, but it's not like they have a bunch. Actually, I can cut the Artisan on the play. It's just hard to cast. I don't want to have that in my hand stock. Yeah. I don't think this is a bad matchup. I have quite a bit of way to gain life. I have more card advantage than my opponent. I have enough removal. But that red bombardment warp in flame turn was pretty impressive last game. Okay, amazing hand. I mean, any hand with Cryptologist on turn 1 is just so good. The thing is weak to warp in flame, fork bolt, and so on. But if you can drop that and loot a little bit before they can do anything, it's already so good. It's just too good. It's just too nice. I think that's the only looter that can start looting on turn 2. Might be wrong about that. Don't quote me. Well, that's the best answer they could have gotten. I don't think Aura Finesse is particularly necessary. At least that's the weakest card in my deck. I want to keep Evolving Wilds. Spawning Brass is annoying, but what can you do? If they have the answer, they have the answer. So I need double blue. I need blue more than white in general. Unfortunate. This is the kind of card that just wins you the game if they don't die. Oh well. That's annoying. I mean, I can Narcolepsy that thing, but it's not really the kind of card you want a Narcolepsy, really. And if I Survival Cache now, unless I Chump Block, I will not draw another card. So I guess I'll Narcolepsy. But yeah, I don't really like that. I think it's the move I should make though. Could go wrong for me, obviously. Because pacifism effect on creatures with ability is, it's not the combo, not the combo. Growth Pass, that's a bad news. It means they are more likely to use that. I don't love seeing that. Oh well. Think it's time to Survival Cache. I guess I could keep Labor available, but again, you kind of want to use that thing as soon as possible. And I have another Narcolepsy, so I'm not worried if they play a big creature next turn. And I don't think my opponent can deal 4 damage here. I guess there are probably some haste creature that could do that, but Tuk Tuk is not really doing it. I guess the red bombardment be kind of decent here. Oh, a Tunneler. I wonder if my opponent even has some fat Eldrazi. Ugh. If I keep missing land drop, is gonna be annoying. I think I kinda wanna Narcolepsy that thing. I mean, I can either... Well, I guess then they can kill it maybe with something like Spawning Brass and get the giant afterwards, which is kinda clunky. But either way, they can use the Goblin to attack with that. I think I can drop a Spy Patrol and attack with my Servitor. Maybe take 2 from their creature, leave Demystify and Puncturing Light available in case they have something. They have 3 cards left in hand though. I'm kind of worried about that ability. That's the thing. Like even if they are a bit flooded, it's gonna be troublesome quite quickly. So they do not have the enchantment. They are only attacking with Tuck Tuck. Okay. I guess you got me for one. Oh well. Drawing a land next turn be really good. I want a Venerated Teacher plus Narcolepsy or Puncturing Lights. They did not play anything though. So if I attack, they can use that ability, sacking a token and killing my thing, but I actually don't mind if they do that. Okay, land is solid. So I'm gonna play that Teacher, see if this, if my Patrol dies or not. And act, and play depending. I don't mind them trading the Servitor for a token. Though I guess if they are drawing a card, it's kind of annoying. I guess if they do that, I can Puncturing Light the Tunneler in response, unless they... No, they just take the damage anyway. Okay. And I have a little bit of pressure going on here, which is nice. What is going on end of turn? Naturalize. Alright. Well, that's annoying, but not much I can do. Like, I don't have much in my deck that can actually deal with that, which is the main problem. I'm gonna eat the Tuk Tuk and... Well, I guess I can pump the Tuk Tuk actually. It's trample +5/+5. Ugh. Probably don't want to do that. I probably just... If they have nothing better to do, they will use the ability anyway. Oh, they do have something better to do. Okay, that cannot be a good news for me. Ooh, a Hatcher. That really makes my attacks hard, to say the least. Plains is a fine draw. I feel like I kind of want to upgrade that so I have a 4-turn clock and I'm sure nothing can come and deal with that clock. Yeah. How am I gonna be able to raise the Invoker though? That's a good question and I don't have the answer. I mean, the spawns are not doing much, especially when I have Demystify. Like, even if I open top decks, there's stupid bombardment thing. It's not really gonna do the trick. I think I'm gonna pass the turn, and my plan now is gonna be to double block on the Hatcher, I guess, not Hatchling. Oh, and hope they use the ability, but they will. No, they don't have the thing. Maybe they don't even. Maybe they don't even know. I guess they can. Yeah, who knows? But my plan was to double block here. Then think my opponent might use that, and then okay, that's not even too good for my opponent. And if they boost something other than the... They might not even boost something, who knows. Yeah. I cannot use Puncturing Light. If I do, they will respond by pumping something and it will fizzle my spell. Okay, that's a fairly good draw. I think I want to Narcolepsy that thing because it's something I cannot... Anyway, it's not like I have another answer in my deck, and it's something I cannot I'm at 8. I want to keep that puncturing light available so I don't straight up die to the stupid thing. Invoker doesn't really change my clock if I play it. So yeah, we'll try to survive next turn. I need to survive for 2 more turns and I have the win. Could be really tough though. At least I don't die to their enchantment, which is good news for me. Yeah, I'll double block on the Hatcher. And if they use the ability, I can light in response. I'd be glad if they, I'm super happy if they do that, obviously. Okay, that's a great for me. So now I just have to take 1. I keep my creatures. Now I'm probably winning, but yeah, Narcolepsy is not a good answer to the stupid Invoker. Guard Gomazoa. Okay. And they dropped a land. Let's see. So my opponent can assemble a maximum of 7 power. As long as they demystify, the enchantment doesn't kill me. So actually I'm dead, unfortunately. Yeah, they can use this ability here and then use the ability to pump. No, never mind. I'm at 7, not at 6. Phew. So yeah. So if I was at 6, I would die though. So now Laybar does save me from most stuff. So let's say they just, worst case scenario, they use that here. They attack. They use the ability. I take 6. I cannot take more than 6, and I don't die. If they attack with both creature, I can block here, block here. They boost 1. I take 4 and I don't die. They don't have the mana to use it twice. So all in all, the best play is to leave Laybar available if they have some random thing that really could destroy me. Alright, figure out the play. Yeah, if I was at 6, I would be dead though. And they conceded. Whew, that was a hot one. Holy crap. Yeah, I was 1 life away from being dead. Jeez. Alright, well that was a really nice game. Pretty interactive. I hope you guys enjoyed and I see you for the final.